Hey guys, it is me, Courtney Francois, and today we are going to talk about family court. I've been wanting to talk to y'all about family court for months now, but I decided to wait until I actually got the court thing out the way, just in case my ex, was watching my YouTube. Probably wasn't, but just in case, because the thing with family court, if you pay for an attorney, first off, if you guys just did something for child support or family law, you really cannot go back to court for a modification for 2 years unless you pay a lawyer or attorney. So once you pay an attorney and they get to putting stuff in the works, the person will get served 5 days before the court date. So it was like I didn't want to make a post about it. Then he fuck around and find out about it. It was like I'm just gonna wait until court happens and then we're gonna talk about it. So now, now me and my ex we have shared custody, shared placement, and there was no child support. So with shared placement, a person just needs to have the kids at least 25% of the time. I think the commissioner said it was like 93 or 95 overnights or something like that. But the children have been with his parents on his week. We alternate bi-weekly, and on his week the children were at his parents' house the whole week due to his work schedule, and he would get them on the weekends. So sometimes I would pick them up and take them to school or whatever. But my thing was, I've been asking since the spring, why can't the kids just stay with me during the week? Like, why not? I mean, if there are two able-bodied parents around, there is no reason they should live with their grandparents every other week when they just be at home. Like, it doesn't make sense. If you're not available, then they should just be with the other parent. Just like if I wasn't available, then they should be with you. I mean, it's how difficult is that? I'm not understanding, but just that bitter breaking up shit. But anyway, he didn't want to answer. He didn't respond. No, it is. What did they go with my parents? Like, okay, fine by me. But being at the grandparents' house, we had all grandparents. They let children do what the fuck ever. No homework was getting done because they felt like, well, they at school all day, so they don't really need to be doing any more homework. They're 3 and they're 5. Like, what fucking homework is really getting done at school? They're singing songs, they're playing, they're coloring, like taking naps, eating snacks. I mean, it's not like regular school where we just really doing work all day and just learning. They're fucking toddlers, so it's like daycare. They're kicking it all day, having fun with their friends. So we went to school looking kind of bummy. I wasn't a fan of it. I'm just like, then my ex would, well, why doesn't Eamon know how to do his ABCs? Why don't they know how to do this? Like, well, seeing that you don't have them on your week and I have them on mine, I know why. I mean, there's only one person doing shit every other week. The other week, they're at your parents' house on tablets and phones, just kicking it. So I know why, but okay. So what do we have to do since no one wanted to cooperate? We had to go pay an attorney. Attorney wants 2,500 retainer. Oh my gosh. Some people, y'all might just have it and it's cool. Personally, like me, had to work plenty of overtime to hit her with that cash. That was maybe like 2 checks of overtime. You know what I'm saying? Just throw the checks. Boom. There you go. Take it all. You got it. It's yours. So, thing was, she was like, okay, what you need is evidence of this. So since they're always at the grandparents' house, she like just keep texting the dad and make sure you have proof. And I'm like, oh, I could do that. So every time they over there, I'm texting. Can I call and say goodnight? Can I call and talk to the kids? Oh, I'll come pick them up in the morning and take them to school. And we're just going back and forth. So I got months of evidence of me and the dad just going back and forth. Him always checking on him, me calling, checking during the weeks, us communicating about school and things to wear and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Do you have this theirs, or is the homework being done? I'm going to drop this off to them. So it was just plenty proof that they were over there. So we went to court, and he got served 5 days before. And I got to serve to where he was staying with his friend and to his parents' house. So it served at 2 different places. And I have proof that he said his friend's house was his address. I have got to have the proof, man. So got proof of that in the text message too. Printed it out. You print out all your text messages. That is the best proof you can have. And we get to court. I text him when I get to court, like, don't forget about court. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to text him, but I was like, you know what? Just so I can say that I told him. So I text him, don't forget about court. And he didn't show up. So I had all this proof. We entered with the commissioner, and they granted me placement of the kids. And he just get them on weekends. That's when he was getting them anyway. And now he pays child support. So the next day, he goes to my attorney's office and says he didn't get served. So I guess after a judgment has been made, you have 15 days to go and say something about it. So he say he didn't get served. So we go back to court in 3 weeks. which is really just a waste of everybody's time because I still have the same fucking proof. Like, what are we going back for? And the main thing is probably child support. No one wants to pay money, but I got the same proof that for months they've been at your parents' house. So, like, what are we going back for? Do you have proof that somehow my proof isn't real? Or, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure. Besides this waste of time, what the fuck are we doing? And, yeah, we're just wasting fucking time. And then on top of that, I have the text that I text you and reminded you of court. And then after we had court on Monday, our son, he went into the ER. I took him to the ER. He had pneumonia. So I texted my ex. He picked up the other kid from school, and I was like, when we leave the doctor, I'm gonna come pick him up. And he was like, no, you not. It's my week, and that's that. Like I'm not sure if you read the paperwork that came to you or the screenshot I sent you, but you don't have a week anymore, sir. You just have weekends, man. Whatever. We'll come get him then. Not, then I was like, no, but don't even worry about it. I was like, you can keep him tonight, and I'll pick him up from school, and that's fine. That's fine. And he was like, nah, you come get him. I'll text you when we get to my girl house. I'm like, all right, and just to let you know your son is in the ER. You know, he has pneumonia, so just in case you want to know, since you haven't asked about him at all. And my son ended up getting admitted. So I text back. I'm like, well, he's getting admitted. He's staying here. He's not the cordial one. His girlfriend actually tries to be the cordial parent for him. He just talks a lot of shit. So she's like, well, what's going to happen with the other one? Who's keeping him? And I'm like, well, a responsible parent would just keep him. You see, I'm here at the hospital with one. You already have the other one. A responsible parent would keep him. And if you're not able to, then, or just take him to your parents' house like you usually do. And, you know, the responsible is, so what? Are you going to pick him up and then take him to my parents' house? I'm like, look, if you're not able to keep them, say something and I will come get him. He must have took the phone back and like, I said, come get him. All right, that's fine. So after we've gotten to a room, I left the hospital. I went and got my other son, took him to my mom, went back to the hospital. But the thing is, God damn it, I got even more proof now. Right after court, after you went to my attorney and said that you didn't get served so we can go back to court, I got proof still that you're not able to keep the kids during the fucking week. You couldn't even keep them while the other one was in the hospital. I had to leave the hospital and go get them. So why the fuck are we doing this? Why are you wasting time? But this is just for people that want to go to family court. Things you need to know that you could do the family court shit. They don't have to get served in person. They would get served by mail 5 days before court. But just know they can do the shit my ex did and pop up and say that they didn't get served and you'll be going back to court within like 3 weeks. So check your schedule. Make sure you got your evidence on deck, text messages, print it or whatever. Print it out. You know, don't talk too much shit and make too many threats or anything like that. Just try to keep it cordial because you know court coming. They don't know, but you know. So, you know, print out your messages. Pay your attorney, and if it continues going, you probably have to pay your attorney some more. Like $2,500 only covered like 9 hours. So I don't think I used my 9 hours yet. We didn't have any meetings or anything, so I think I'm still good. I shouldn't get a bill or anything. But yeah. This is what family court is. And then so right now this shit is temporary. It's probably going to continue with the same order we have. We go back in March for it to become permanent. But I also want to move out of town. So when you start getting into the court systems and shit like that, I want to move out of town. And I asked her, like, so do I got to do some paperwork to move? And she was like, yeah, you got to file something. And he has to approve it. Now, with all this bitter shit going on, we know damn well he's not going to approve me moving out of town. So it's like, am I stuck here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin? Like, what? Or am I just going to dip the fuck out? Or, I mean, because I know one thing, that for a person, after you move, for a person to take you to court about children and you live out of town, they have to get an attorney in that town to make some shit happen. You know, because I know him and his ex was going through something. I took him to my cousin then to try and figure out how we can get custody of his son. She in Missouri. And she was like, nah, you got to go fight that in Missouri. So if I dip out, he will have to come fight that in Georgia. So this is just people that have family law, family situations, or thinking about taking the ex to court or something like that. These are the things you're going to have to deal with. You're going to have to pay the retainer. You're going to have to have some type of proof. You need to know where they live so they can get served 5 days before court. Make sure you're at court. Make sure you have your evidence. Make sure you stay smooth. And everything go in your favor. So, and my attorney, you know, she's kind of top dog when it comes to family law, because a lot of guys I know use her when they're trying to get custody of their children. So, yeah. I just was giving you guys some information, some insight on what I personally went through with this situation and what I'm still going through with this situation, just in case you guys are dealing with the ex and trying to get some shit together, trying to fix some shit. But make sure you got your proof on deck. Like, I have months of proof, still got it, still keep getting proof. So that's the main thing. You have to. They didn't give me full custody. They said I needed to prove maybe that he was harming the kids or something, some reason why he shouldn't have custody. But placement, you know, that's all me now. Just paying support and custody. I mean, I make all the decisions anyway. Because being the mom, you're always the custodial parent. So most of the time, you're making all the decisions, putting them in school, taking them to the doctor, and all that type of stuff. So I hope this information helps you guys. Anybody that's planning on going to court with an ex and things like that, and I wish you the best with it. I'm doing my thing with it, trying to get it over with. And that was all. So I love you guys. If you have any questions, let me know. I can always ask my cousin and get you some answers. And you guys have a great day. Bye.